Rather than devoting our lives to chasing happiness, I think we should devote our lives to returning to the peace within. You see, the difference between peace and happiness is that happiness comes and goes the same way that sadness does. If an experience happens on the outside, it can make us feel happy or it can make us feel sad, but the experience is not permanent, and neither is the emotion. Peacefulness, on the other hand, is a permanent state of being. And what it means is that we are at peace with whatever happiness or sadness comes. You see, happiness is like a wave, and peace is the ocean in which that wave is formed. The ocean is not dependent upon that happiness, but the happiness can only, flourish if it's given the platform. If you are not at peace internally, your happiness is going to be dependent upon external factors. So what this means is, if you are somebody who is not centered in their peace, an experience will come on the outside and it will make you feel happy or sad. And then as soon as it gets taken away, the emotion will be gone and you'll be clinging on to it. You'll be thinking, this used to make me so happy. Now the experience isn't here. What do I do? And then, you're not centered. You're stuck in a state where you're all over the place. And that's how most people live their lives. The alternative of that is finding the inner peace. And I know that might sound woo-woo or, hypothetical, but really, if you quiet the mind and you open the heart and you fall back into that peace within, you will experience it. And it's only from that seat which we can allow ourselves the room and the power to feel happiness fully, feel sadness fully, and feel these things, but know that they do not affect our true self, that they cannot touch that inner peace within. So I think, of course, happiness is an amazing thing that people love, that we love, right? It's happiness. But I think we have to understand that happiness is temporary. The state of being that you're in, of peace, is much more beneficial than that of happiness or sadness. It allows us to fully experience life. Sri Krishna talks about this. He says that, the man who is unswayed by the words of both good men and bad, he is free. And what that means is the man who has found the peace within and is firm in his own true self, the words of good men and bad are just like waves. They come and go, but he knows that he is the ocean. And to me, I think that's why, peace, falling back into the inner peace, is much more, I don't want to say beneficial, but beneficial, right? It's more beneficial if you want to have a life fully lived than that of chasing material happiness externally. Because time and time again, we see that chasing material desires and happiness in the ways that we traditionally think make us happy oftentimes does not really lead to what we're searching for. I would argue that we're not necessarily even looking for happiness. We're looking for peace, but we're taught that that is happiness. But there's a big difference between that peace and happiness. Peace is the ocean and happiness is the waves, right? So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon.